But I make no apology or excuse for also warning about the dangers as I see them if we leave. And I really think there are dangers. There are dangers about losing the terrorist information that we share with our European partners and the European arrest warrant. There are dangers that Britain's role in the world would be diminished. And yes, there are big economic dangers. And I think it would be wrong of me as Prime Minister not to listen to the views of the IMF and the Bank of England and the OECD, and they're saying something very, very clear, which is that if we leave, that growth will be lower, unemployment will be higher, prices will rise, we will have less economic security in our country. Now, we have worked incredibly hard as a country for the last 6 years to recover some of that economic security, and I don't want anyone to go to the polls on June the 23rd not knowing what a big risk there is if Britain leaves this organisation. A risk to our economy, a risk to jobs, a risk to family finances. And I'm not going to apologise for repeating those issues over and over again, because there aren't many times that you have so many international organisations speaking so powerfully with their economic expertise about the consequences. And I think actually people want to know that, and people want this debate to focus both on the advantages of staying in, but also the disadvantages of leaving. So I think we've got here a very clear set of arguments that completely demolish the economic case for leaving the European Union. And we have a very strong argument for saying that the status quo isn't just a sort of static, let's stay in and keep what we've got. It's an argument that says this single market is growing, it's expanding, it's going to cover energy, it's going to cover services, it's going to cover digital, and it is a key advantage to our economy, to growth and to jobs and investment to stay in. Final thing I would say before taking any questions is I hope that you, as leaders in business and enterprise and entrepreneurship, will feel free to speak out. I don't mind if businesses speak out for leaving or speak out for staying, but I want people to speak out. I want the British public to have the fullest possible debate. They deserve to hear from businesses, large and small, about what you think. I don't want anyone to wake up on June the 24th and feel they weren't given the facts and the figures. So if there's that little voice in your head saying, well, I shouldn't take sides, it's a political issue, yes, it is a political issue. The British public are sovereign. They will decide. But let's make sure everyone has the facts, because I'm in no doubt, having been Prime Minister of this country for 6 years, that on the economic argument alone, there's no doubt we are better off in and we would be worse off out. And I'm going to make that argument very clearly for the next 36 days. Thank you very much indeed.